Hello. So today I'm going to be just sharing briefly some of the most important things that I learned from this semester in women's health issues and how I plan to use them as a health educator. So the very first thing that came to mind when I thought about this prompt is definitely the information that I learned about heart disease, especially the fact that women and men have different symptoms when they're experiencing a heart attack. Right now, in my current day-to-day life, for my job, I teach a class called Mental Health First Aid, and there's a question in there about like disability and impact that it has on people. And so anyway, the question, there's a multiple choice question that you ask the class, and the question is, which is the leading cause of disability in the United States? So the first option that we give is heart disease. So the answer to the question is neuropsychiatric disorders, because it's a mental health first aid class. But because the first question pops up, I think it's worded as like heart disease or cardiovascular disease. I forget how they word it. But because that's in there, I have now started to just briefly, when we talk about it, also mention, like, hey guys, did you know that the signs for women look different? And I encourage people to kind of like, look into that more. I also have a lot of opportunities at Meridian to do like lunch and learns or webinars or in person and recorded like health education topics. And so I'm definitely interested in doing one, just a brief introduction / overview about cardiovascular disease. I think that would really benefit Meridian because most of the employees are women and most of them probably are between like 30 to 60 years old. And I feel like that would be a really good population to be talking about heart disease with. Because before this class, I knew nothing about it. I did not know it was the leading cause of death. I didn't know anything about it at all. So that's definitely the biggest takeaway for me. It was so interesting, that TED Talk about like the differences in research, and that really puts into perspective everything else that might be different about a woman. So that was definitely something that was really interesting. The other thing is just I'm so reminded to do preventative screenings, and I really want to encourage my mom and her sisters to really step it up. I feel like one of my aunts in particular has a lot of risk factors and a lot of unhealthy behaviors, and I feel like she has no idea the types of risks that she might be like experiencing. And then finally, it was really interesting to learn about menopause. Again, something that I really did not know much about. My mom is 63 right now, 64 right now. And so she has gone through menopause, and I kind of remember that. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but I really wish I would have known about the psychological effects that it has. I feel like I wish she would have known that as well. So I'm excited that, going forward in my life, I can know this information relatively young. I am 29, but I think that that's still very young, and I'm excited to know what I know, and I'm excited to take it with me because I do already have a lot of a platform, so to say, for talking about health. So I definitely enjoyed this semester a lot. I've been studying health for a long time, but I still learned so many things. Every single module, I learned something. So thank you. I'm so excited to focus on women's health more when I do what I'm already doing.